Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be ranking every roller coaster I've ever ridden from worst to best, and I'm getting into this really fast because I don't want the video to be too long. So getting into it, at number 35 is the Caterpillar coaster at Clacton Pier. I don't actually have any footage of this ride because there isn't any on YouTube, but it's literally just a Caterpillar coaster. Number 34 is Doggy Dog at Old McDonald's Farm. Yet another Caterpillar coaster, but this one's got a dog. Number 33 is Kiddie Coaster at Adventure Island. It's a solid kiddie coaster that's much better than a Caterpillar. Number 32 is the Scenic Railway at Dreamland Margate, a classic coaster with a pretty standard layout. 31 is Flying Fish, a great power coaster manufactured by Mack Rides. 30 is the Scorpion Express, or just Flying Fish with more theming. 29 is the thankfully demolished now Stella's Revenge at Clacton Pier. Only one word is needed: Pinfari. Number 28 is Dinosaur Valley at Wixty Park. This one's not demolished, but yet another Pinfari. Number 27 is Dragon at Legoland Windsor. Now it's a tame coaster, but it's a well-themed one nonetheless. Number 26 is the Barnstormer at Adventure Island, which, I kid you not, has got one of the best helixes I've ever ridden. Number 25 is Rattlesnake at Chessington World of Adventures, and many complain about this ride being really painful, but I actually really enjoy it. Number 24 is Mighty Mini Mega. Now, although it's manufactured by our beloved company, Pinfari, it's nothing like the others. It's actually a really nice, smooth ride. Number 23 is Marble Madness at Pleasurewood Hills, which is our first spinning wild mouse of the list. Number 22 is Pinball X at Flamingo Park, previously Dreamland Margate, which is our second spinning wild mouse of the list. Number 21 is the Runaway Mine Train at Alton Towers, which is so high up in the list because it's a really good laugh. Choo choo. Number 20 is a cult classic, Green Scream at Adventure Island, which is a surprisingly toolsy era Tivoli coaster. Number 19 is The Walking Dead The Ride, which has a pretty tame coaster, but is a pretty decent experience nonetheless. Number 18 is Wipeout at Pleasurewood Hills, which genuinely makes you think you're in a washing machine. Number 17 is 13 at Alton Towers, which would have been higher up the list if not for the drop track. Number 16 is Vampire at Chessington World of Adventures, was the first quote-unquote big coaster that I ever rode, so it has a really special place in my heart. Number 15 is Dragon's Fury, the UK's best Mauer spinning coaster. Number 14 is Odyssey at Fantasy Island, which is the world's tallest Vekoma SLC, but it's quite painful. Number 13 is Millennium, also at Fantasy Island, one of the smoother old Vekoma coasters. Number 12 is Galactica at Alton Towers, a smooth, very nice ride that was the pioneer of the B&M flying coaster. Number 11 is Rage at Adventure Island, a decent Gerstlauer Eurofighter on a very small footprint. We have finally reached the top 10, so I can slow down a bit now. Number 10 is probably the UK's most loved coaster. Of course, it's Rita at Alton Towers. There's no doubt in my mind that this ride actually gets far too much hate. You can't keep comparing it to Stealth. And yes, after the launch it might be quite rough, but I think the launch is actually really good, and it's not far off Stealth's launch in my opinion. But personally, yeah, I do quite enjoy Rita. And going into the number 9 spot, we have got... Of course, it's Colossus at Thorpe Park, the Power of 10, turning 20 years old this year. Now, this ride is an absolute classic, the world's first quote-unquote 10-looping roller coaster, and it may be rough, but I still do enjoy it. If you keep your head forward on Colossus, it doesn't end up being a bad ride, and I'm more than excited to see the new 10-looping roller coaster opening at Flamingoland this year. Moving on to the number 8 spot. So if you hadn't already guessed, my number 8 spot is Saw the Ride at Thorpe Park. It's another Gerstlauer Eurofighter, bigger than Rage, and I personally love it. It's got the best indoor section on any UK coaster, with a near 90-degree indoor drop, which is one of my favourite elements of the entire ride. Of course, it's got the main drop, and I actually think it's got one of the best airtime moments in the UK. And in all honesty, the only reason I don't rank it higher is just because it's an incredibly painful experience now. I wonder what number 7's going to be.
World's first roller coaster.
Number 7 is Oblivion at Alton Towers. Now, it may be a bit of a one-trick pony, but it's the best one-trick pony around. And I'm sorry, but the drop is absolutely breathtaking. I love the way it builds you up so slowly, and then you go down a 180-foot drop, 110 foot of that being underground. It was the pioneer of the B&M dive coaster, and many still think it's the best. Time for number 6. So number 6 is Nemesis Inferno, the other Nemesis. But don't get it twisted, it's still a really good ride. It's got a really good pre-lift hill section, and it does keep its pace throughout the entire layout. This coaster seems to get better and better over the years, and I know many people say about how the back row is the best, but for me, I just don't think you can beat the front row on Nemesis Inferno. I wonder what number 5 is going to be. In the number 5 spot, we have got Wicker Man at Alton Towers. This coaster is the definition of fun, and if you're going to Alton Towers, I'm just going to guarantee you will enjoy it. It's so whippy, it's got little pops of airtime, and it is for me the perfect family thrill coaster. And for all them reasons and many more, that is why Wicker Man is my number 5. Number 4. At number 4, we have Stealth at Thorpe Park. This ride is absolutely unbelievable. It's so intimidating to look at, but it's just such a good experience. From the launch to the top hat, even the brake run is amazing. 0 to 80 miles an hour in 1.8 seconds, the third fastest acceleration in the world, and you can tell as well. Unfortunately though, I do prefer my number 3 spot.
This is it. There is no escaping the swarm. Sit back, brace yourself, and pray.
Before I even mention how good that coaster is, I have to mention how good the dispatch audio is. Oh my god, I love it. But yes, the third best roller coaster I've ever been on is the Swarm, and don't even try and tell me it's not intense. It is intense, especially the bank curve before the corkscrew. That is quite intense. I just really enjoy this ride. It's smooth but fun. The layout is good. It's short, it's snappy, and I love it. And just missing out on the top spot is number 2 is, of course, the Smiler at Alton Towers. Now, this is a complete package ride. It's got a great indoor section to begin. 14 inversions. Who else has done that? And I know many people complain of it to be rough, but I honestly don't think it's that rough. I still really enjoy it. And now, the moment we have all been waiting for. My favourite roller coaster I have ever ridden is Nemesis at Alton Towers, the world's most intense ride experience, and back in 1994 it certainly warranted that name. It's one of the world's most unique coasters, considering how dug underground it is, the amount of speed it gathers just from such a small drop, and how intense it just is overall. The helix, and I'm gonna say, is the best helix on any roller coaster in the world, and I don't care if there's hundreds that I haven't done. There is no coaster that I want to ride more than Nemesis right now. Please, I want to go on Towers, please.